Check-ins, week 2. Woke up at 118 pounds this morning, filled out my biofeedback form for Tristan, and I sent that in to him. So I will probably explain more of how I felt this week. I haven't gone to the bathroom in 2 days. I don't know why. I'm trying to learn how to vacuum better. I literally suck. Today is Sunday, March 27th, so it's the end of week 2 and the first day of week 3. So I just woke up. It's actually afternoon. It's 11:45. It is a rest day, so it's a low day. I'm excited. I love my low days. I just love eating like more vegetables over anything. The reason why I just woke up is because on my rest days I try to get as much sleep in as possible. So since I wake up early on the other days to get my fasted cardio in, on my 2 rest days, which is Sunday and Wednesday, or no, Sunday and Thursday, I try to sleep in as much as possible and get as much hours of sleep as I can for recovery purposes. I'm starving, so I think Austin wants to go to the gym, so I'm just gonna make my greens juice, make breakfast, and then just go do cardio at the gym. Apparently people prefer fasted cardio over going to do cardio after eating, basically even after training. It doesn't matter results for both. So no fasted cardio today. I'm gonna try and clean our apartment today. After cardio, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna straighten my hair. I can show you guys how I do that. It's pretty interesting. People laugh at how I do it because my hair is super curly, so I use a machine to straighten it so it cuts down time. Try and get content today. I have some great news to let you guys know about. I'm super excited to announce about some things. I'll let you guys know after I get ready. As we know, every morning we do this juice, and I actually got these from Amazon, which I'll link below, and then I am now partnered with Revive. I absolutely love their product, so I decided why not get a code that can support me but also give you guys a discount. So I did get a code for Revive. Got a code for this because if I'm gonna show you guys what I drink every morning and I love it, so I might as well just get a code for it because I like to support companies that I enjoy and actually like. Okay, so change of plans. Since Austin is now up and he just basically is ready to go, I'm just gonna go to the gym kind of fasted. So I did drink my juice. There is calories in the powders, but I don't want to eat my meal because my first meal is actually it's a decently good sized meal, and I feel like I don't want to do cardio when I have a full stomach. I'd rather do cardio just a little hungry. I mean, I could push through it because I know that throughout like prep down the line, I'm gonna have to push through many times of me being starving. So this is gonna be nothing. It's gonna be cake. I'm just gonna drink a Celsius, and I feel like even just drinking a Celsius is just gonna keep me like satisfied throughout the cardio session, and then by the time I get back, I'll definitely be really hungry for my first meal. So cardio time. I'll update you guys in the car about my new upcoming plans for this week and basically what went down at my check-ins. Can't forget to take my creatine. Taking creatine every single day, even on my off days. I'm only going to take 3 grams right now because I took 5 grams for about like 2 weeks, and I don't know, my stomach's not doing 100%, so I lowered it a little bit until I could get my digestion resolved and back on track again. Update on my plan. I did check in yesterday, and based off of check-ins, my weight didn't change from the previous check-in. So my previous check-in was at 118 pounds, and yesterday was also at 118 pounds. That can most likely mean that I probably am at my maintenance calories currently, and that's probably why that is like that, or it could be any other type of reason. Pretty much based off of my check-in photos, it did look like I have some more defined lines, but the lighting was a little different compared to my normal check-ins, but that's because we have a building getting built across from us. The lighting's constantly changing, but pretty much Tristan wanted to keep my meal plan and program and everything like that the same as it was last week, so nothing's changing. My meals are going to be the same all week. I'm going to have the 2 low days. The only thing that did change is, well, didn't change also, but pretty much my digestion this week compared to last week was a lot better. However, I'm still not 100%, so I look like so pale. Like I look like a ghost. I'm like matching my hat. This is not good. So my digestion was way better than it was last week. My carbs were a little higher and I didn't have 2 low days to reset everything. Having the low days definitely helped. My hunger has picked up a lot and I just don't feel as bloated. I'm still a little bloated, but I'm getting used to everything. After my cheat meal day, I didn't go to the bathroom for 2, almost 3 days. So I let Tristan know and we increased my fiber. So I'm going to get a fiber supplement now and add that into my morning greens and my juice in the morning, or I might have it before bed, depending on which is best for my digestion. That's the updated plan. I mean, nothing really changed for this week, and hopefully my body responds better to keeping it the same this week, which I'm hoping, fingers crossed, and I'm hoping my digestion gets better, and yeah, that's pretty much the goal for this week. We're on our way to Redcon now, and it's currently 1:30 and I haven't ate yet, and now I'm gonna do cardio. YouTube. So today is Sunday, April 10th, and I just got done with my fasted cardio. I'm going to make my juice real quick and then jump in the shower. I have a day planned to just basically go over my check-ins with you guys from yesterday and tell you guys how it's going. We made a few changes, and yeah, so I'm super sweaty because I just did 45 minutes of cardio. And I have to keep my heart rate between 150 and 160 beats per minute. So ever since we changed that, I'll tell you like what it was before when I go over the updates and everything. But when I changed it to that, it's pretty much like a huge challenge for me to get up into that heart rate range and keep it there for 45 minutes. I'm gonna probably show you guys a little bit of the warehouse that we have moved into recently. I'm gonna make another video on the before and after of the warehouse for the business, for Arsenal Engineering, eventually. So I'm gonna make my juice real quick and then just bring you guys along with me until I'm able to talk and go over my update on the plan. Yeah. That's so good. Kind of done. I didn't really do too much makeup, but today I am going to get content done over at the warehouse because we painted the walls and it looks really cool, so I feel like it'd be really good pictures for the supplements that I am promoting. So I'm going to try and get some content. I was going to have a photographer shoot me today, but we have so much going on today. There's appointments that we have to be to today, so I decided just to might as well just knock it all out at the same place I'm going to be at, like, all day. Stopped and got some Starbucks, and I've been wanting to try this drink. It's basically Laura Lee's drink. It's what she gets when she gets Starbucks, and I think there's like 0 calories in it. It's the Grande Iced Americano, 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, 2 stevia, double blended in a venti cup with cinnamon powder on top. And I just took my first sip like from the top, and it was so good, so I'm excited to try all of this.
Stuff and it looks good.
I know, it looks really good.
It is like an ice cream type thing.
Oh my gosh. I might actually finish all this. I literally paid for a grande. This is in a venti cup. So I'm currently upstairs of the Arsenal Engineering headquarters, office, warehouse, whatever we want to call it. It's the new location where we're at. We're currently upstairs. So this is like the marketing room for the marketing team. Two of the guys that are on the marketing team for Arsenal Engineering, they're actually good friends, and we used to work with them at other companies, and now we're basically all running our own companies and helping each other out with it. So yeah, so they're on their way here to set up their office area for their marketing room, and this is gonna be kind of like the meeting area, I guess, the like man cave area, and then in there is gonna be the marketing room for them. I just wanted to quickly go over the updates for my check-ins real quickly. I just did my pictures for my content because today is a rest day, so I figured since I have a rest day, I decided to just get some content done for some of the brands that I'm working with. They'll be up before this video gets uploaded, so let's just go and see what Coach says to me. We'll go over from last check-ins also because I don't know if I went over it yet. So last check-in was last weekend, which I actually ended up getting a ring light because my lighting was all over the place. So Coach said to get a ring light so that it could help with having consistent lighting, so I did that. This is my check-in video from when I first did that check-in last week. So last weekend check-ins were for the week prior to this past week. So basically this is 2 weeks ago of how I've been feeling. So 2 weeks ago, leading up until last weekend, out of 1 out of 10, I was at an 8. I had a super consistent schedule that week, and I felt happy and felt good with what I was doing that week. Pretty much just getting ready for the move for the warehouse. So we just had like a consistent schedule basically, and I was getting all my meals in and just following my diet, following my cardio, and following my training program. So it was just a super easy week. My workouts were feeling really smooth. I also was increasing my reps and weight, which I still am. Every single week I've been increasing either weight to hit a new PR or my reps to hit a new PR. Pumps have been good. Focus in the gym. I'm always super focused in the gym. So once I get to Redcon, the minute I get there, I'm not really the person to talk a lot when it comes to training. I like to really hone in, put my headphones on, listen to music, get in, get out. When I do work out though, like during my training session, I'm very like head down, just focusing on the training, the workouts that I need to do next, basically trying to have little to no downtime. Last weekend, I let Coach know about my digestion issues that I was having. So when I started with Coach T, I pretty much started taking creatine again. And I stopped taking creatine a little while back because it was kind of hurting my digestion and just hurting my stomach a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try and do it again just to see if it's gonna hurt my stomach, to make sure and see if it was the creatine from a few months back or something. So I tried taking creatine again, only 5 grams. And then I noticed that my digestion was not optimal. Obviously I was eating some more foods too, so I thought that it was probably just eating a lot of foods. So I cut down my grams of creatine to 3 grams, and I did that for like a week. I didn't see my digestion get any better. It was honestly the same. My stomach was just super bloated, and it was super like gassy and bubbly, and whenever I would eat, my stomach would bubble up and get really like bloated, like I said, and I just did not like the feeling. I was super uncomfortable. Yeah, so I told Coach I took creatine out of my plan for like a day or two to see how I would feel, and I noticed a huge difference. It was night and day from taking it out. A day after, like 24 hours after not taking creatine, my stomach wasn't bubbling, it wasn't as bloated, it wasn't hurting my stomach as much during training. So I just told him that I'd rather keep creatine out of my plan, and he said that's totally fine, that creatine does hurt some people's stomachs depending on who can handle it and who can't. And I'm just one of those people who can't handle it because I can't handle anything apparently. So I'm fine with not taking creatine. I'm just gonna make sure I just eat all my protein, get everything I need to get into my body for fuel and to just basically push myself and work harder, because at the end of the day, there are gonna be people who are taking drug enhancements, creatine, or even whatever. I'm gonna be that one person that's not taking any of those things, so I need to make sure I'm pushing myself even higher past the bar. Like, I need to push harder than ever to be able to be better, or even just at the level of competitiveness of those girls that are taking those things. So we took out creatine, which was totally fine, and I've noticed from last weekend to this weekend that my stomach and digestion has gotten a lot better. I even incorporated 2 fiber supplements. So I'm taking Fiber G in the morning. It's like a mango flavor. It mixes perfectly with my juice in the morning because it just makes it more fruitier and tastes really good. And then I got the Revive chocolate fiber for at night. So it curbs my sweet tooth, and honestly it tastes so good. It tastes like chocolate milk. So it was just like a win-win situation to get both of those, and then it to also help my digestion as well. Even though I did get my periods, so I was super bloated and tired and fatigued, and my stomach was hurting from cramps and stuff, I still went to the bathroom every single day, which is a big win for me because I personally never go to the bathroom every single day. Usually I go like every other day. I've been dealing with digestion issues for literally years now. Pray for me. That makes me 3 weeks into my program. I ended off the last weekend's check-ins at 119 pounds. So the weekend before that for check-ins, my second check-ins, it was at 118, and then I went up to 119 last weekend, and then this weekend I went up to 120. So technically I've been gaining 1 pound every single week. So that could either mean 1, could be body fat, who knows. 2, it could also be water and everything I'm eating and drinking, because I haven't been eating or drinking this much in a while. Or it could be some muscle that I've been putting on as well these past few weeks, because I did increase all of my protein. I did increase my food and stuff like that. And the purpose of what we're in right now is the body recomp. So technically we're trying to gain muscle and burn body fat down a little bit. So if I did gain a couple pounds, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it is just gonna be some muscle. So now we're at the point basically where Coach T is really happy with where I'm at. So we're gonna start pushing even harder. So 2 weeks ago, we had my cardio at, or 2 check-ins ago, we had my cardio at 35 minutes, 5 days a week, heart rate between 130 to 140 beats per minute, just steady state. And then last weekend, we increased my cardio from that to 45 minutes, 6 days a week, heart rate between 150 and 160 beats per minute, because the 130 to 140, like I said in the beginning of the video, was a little too easy. I was trying to keep my heart rate down in between that range. So since I told him that, he increased my heart rate up to 150 to 160, so that it gave me a little bit more of a challenge so that I can really push myself. So yeah, we're deciding right now, this past weekend, from yesterday's check-in, Coach said we're gonna be pushing even more now, so we're gonna be lowering my food, because we didn't want to lower my food just yet. We wanted to increase my cardio just so we didn't lower my food too much yet, to try and keep it up as high as possible. So now that I did that whole week of cardio and we still noticed that I gained another pound, we're gonna lower my food now. So we want to drop the weight now so that we can see where my body can mold and sculpt into when I start to burn body fat and cut. I probably gain an extra pound up to 120 because I did have a whole bunch of water retention and stuff from being on my period. Who even knows? I don't even care at this point. I don't really care about my weight as of right now. I'm just focused more on just following the plan and then trusting the process up until when I actually do start seeing noticeable changes. I also was very stressed this week. We have been moving the warehouse from Coral Springs to Boca Raton this past week as well. And Austin's parents came into town, so we were trying to rush and get as much done as possible before they left. It was just a lot to do this week, and I tried to get all my meals in, I tried to get all my water in, I tried to get my gym sessions in, I tried to get my cardio in, and I made it happen. So there's no excuses around here. I still made it happen, and although it was stressful, it got done. And now we're on to an even better week this coming up week so that we can notice some good changes in the scale and in my body. So we decided to lower my food a little bit. Coach T basically said, awesome week. He's super happy with the progress, and now we're gonna be pushing to bring the weight down a touch. So that's what the goal is for this week. And we brought down some of my meals. We brought down my low day meals. So instead of having a certain amount of avocado in my meals. We made a little bit less portions of that. As you guys probably have seen in my other videos, for my low days, I do eat my cream of rice, blueberries, eggs in the morning with the cashew butter, and then I have 3 meals of lean protein and avocado. So my avocado got cut a little lower than what they were the past 2 weeks. And then for my last meal, instead of having 200 grams of potatoes, I'm having 100 grams of potatoes with steak or beef or whatever I choose to have. And on the other days that aren't low days, everything pretty much stayed the same except for my final meal. Instead of having 100 grams of potatoes with my steak or beef, I'm gonna have a large salad with it or a large portion of veggies that I decide to have. Which honestly, I'm super excited for this week because veggies are my, I could eat veggies all day, every day. So they're my favorite. So I'm excited to see what this week brings us for next check-ins. That's pretty much how my check-ins went. And those are the changes that we decided to make for us for this past week. And that's where I'm standing. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. This video ran on way too long. I'm sorry for talking so much. I hope you guys have a great day, great rest of your week, your weekend, whenever you're watching this. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll be sure to get back with more videos. Bye, guys.